Super Mario as we know him today has become one of the most popular household names since the 1980s, not only in America, but other places in the world as well, such as Japan, Russia, or the beloved United Kingdom. Even your Canadian brothers up north can't get enough of the Italian dynamic duo Mario and Luigi. Nintendo sold roughly 2.5 million consoles in 1984, the year prior to the release of the first Mario Bros. Game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, along with 15 million game cartridges of games they had for arcades switched to a low-quality version on the Nintendo console. You might think that's lazy, and it is for today's standards, but in 1984 there wasn't anything to compare to besides the Atari 2600, and if you do the comparison, you know that you're going to want to have your hands on the NES. The sales up to today for the original Super Mario Bros. Game is at 40 million units. Everyone at the time that was interested in the new craze naturally wanted to know, when do we get more? When's the next one coming out? We can't get enough of this plumber in a jumpsuit breaking bricks with his head and flattening enemies with his feet as you use them to get to higher places or just get them out of your way. And who can forget the Koopa Troopers that you kick and use them to take out multiple enemies or get yourself ironically killed. So without further interruption, I bring to you the sequel to one of the most successful video games of all time, Super Mario Bros. 2. So the game starts out with a slightly less colorful title screen than the original, but it is accompanied by the nostalgic stylings of Koji Kondo, so give or take. Next, you get a character select screen featuring Mario, Luigi, Toad, and even Princess Peach. One of the highest complaints about the game is that it doesn't have a multiplayer feature. But let's be honest, all the multiplayer feature in the original game was just a color swap from red to green, with the same exact sprite. And on top of that, you didn't even get to play at the same time, so it wasn't really a multiplayer game. With that being said, all they did was just add 2 more characters for us, with their own unique abilities, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay. So, I'm just gonna play as Mario. It's like a 70-foot drop. I don't know about you, but I personally can't survive a 70-foot drop. Okay, maybe that was a strong overreaction, but come on, that was a really poor choice on where to start the game, and it really shows where the creators' heads were at when they made that decision. Then through the next door, you see this thing that kinda resembles a Goomba. I mean, it looks more like a serial killer, but I guess that's just me. And you can't stomp it. No. You can't stomp him either. Well, I guess that's obvious because it was the same thing, but you know what I mean. Like, why change the one thing that Mario's known for? Can you stomp this Victorian plague doctor? Honestly, that wasn't even a worthy question. But come on, how are you supposed to defend yourself? What is that? A shuttlecock? What am I gonna challenge him to a game of badminton? Am I playing Mario Tennis? Oh, it knocked him out. Look at the way Mario picks things out of the ground. What's he gotta take a shit? He looks more constipated than Bruce Springsteen sounds. So yeah, this is how you attack. For the record, that hit him. But you may as well not even try to attack because you throw it at a weird angle. So just continue. A quarter of the way through the level, you see a familiar box and you decide to pick it up. You soon realize that unlike in the arcade version, it takes out all the enemies on the screen instead of stunning them, which is a cool feature. I know what you're thinking, and I thought the same too. No, the potion doesn't turn anything into a frog when you throw it at it. Sorry guys, you gotta wait till the next game. However, the first time playing it, you think it's a weapon and you try using it. When you throw it straight down, of course, a door appears. Now this brings me to the conclusion that what you throw on the ground isn't actually a potion, but really just a bong. You see, when the creators were brainstorming, it became very difficult for them to come up with ideas. Then one of them dropped their bong and thought, oh man, wouldn't it be awesome if every time we dropped our bong, a door would appear and mushrooms would be on the other side? I guess that explains the door in the sky. They were literally that high when they broke it. Speaking of which, you have to actually get on top of the mushroom and pick it up to collect it. You're probably not going to get it on the first try. Now that's a game changer. After several tries and several lives, you'll find yourself faced against this giant rectum that shoots clouds at you. Oh yeah, smartass, are the things in the sky eggs too? Where are we supposed to be fighting? The moon? I wish I could throw things like that. Oh, I literally can. Not to mention, this music's killer to your ears. What's there, a magnet on this thing? Damn it! Come on! That didn't even touch me! Come on. Come on! Finally! Then you just collect this orb and go in the bird's mouth. Oh god. Don't even get me started on these slot machines. I swear, I feel like you got more of a chance of winning one in real life. Just look, I'm not getting any of them. I'm playing a video game, I'm not at a casino. As you enter the second level, you soon realize that you're going to be spending the majority of the game collecting keys and running away from these stupid faces. What do these faces have against you anyway? You're only trying to get to the next room. What, could they not beat the first level so they're jealous of you and trying to stop you from beating the second one? This is ridiculous. How come those guys are allowed in there? You soon realize that guy actually did have something against you because there's an open door on the other side. So he wasn't protecting shit. What, did Mario and his friends owe that guy money? So throughout the game you get different themes, such as desert, regular, and ice. Looks more like what happens if you drink too much cough syrup. But don't expect to chill out, because if you die here and lose all your lives, you're back at the beginning of the game. This is World 5! Well, you may as well get used to the layout of the land, because you're going to be revisiting this level over and over and over again if you keep failing. Which brings my attention to this part. This has got to be the most dreadful part of the game that I've experienced playing it. There is no way that you will beat this on the first try, so don't even front. This part has made me its bitch time after time after time after time, and it's not even fair. I got a decent feeling about this one, though. Why does it freeze like that? Could you imagine if it froze like that every time you went into a different room in real life? It'd be pretty annoying, right? Ugh! Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it! Ah, thank you. Now after that rather hard part, you then continue on to... No! No! Oh. Retry? Huh, sure. Why not? I may as well perfect the first level. It's the only one I'm gonna be familiar with. At this point, you start raging out at the first level, start picking things out of the ground like crazy, and you find this. A fossil of a Koopa Troopa. Where are they, supposed to be extinct? The things that you know and love are obsolete and prehistoric. Or maybe there's a deeper meaning behind all of this. Maybe it takes place in an apocalyptic mushroom kingdom where the safest part of the entire world is the first level, and they actually hint at that, and you're supposed to actually set up camp and survive during the night and hunt for food during the day. Which makes sense because everybody's hostile and wearing masks. And as soon as you leave the first area, the toxic fumes take over and the levels get harder and harder and harder until you die. And if you think those are turnips you're pulling out of the ground, you could guess again. They're actually toadstool creatures that died in the apocalypse. Nah, they just want you to play the first fucking level over and over and over again! Oh yeah! What? It was just a dream? I wish I would have known that before I started playing. So it takes you back to the beginning of the game, and there's a story that I apparently missed. And it was a dream. To turn this monstrosity into a Mario game. You see, before this was a Mario brand Mario game, it was actually a game called Doki Doki Panic, exclusive for the Japanese region. Nintendo also made a Japanese exclusive Mario 2 game that wasn't released to anywhere but Japan. It's also claimed to be more challenging than the one released in America, and it's really hard to get your hands on. But luckily for us, I got my hands on the game.
Song I wrote, I'd want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy.